Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about some updates on some of the NFT games we've been doing. Cryptoblades, CryptoZoon, BlockCreatures, Drakeball, we've got a new one, Polkamonster. So, we've got a lot to cover. Let's get into video and let's roll that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content. So when I upload my latest vids, you get notified immediately. If you don't, then don't hit that subscribe button. I do want to say stick to the end of the video because I want to give you the secret to these NFT games. Okay, there's basically two main secrets, so stick to the end. I want to give you some updates now on Cryptoblades. Look, there's a lot of updates. There's so many features and things that they've been implementing with Cryptoblades. But look, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The bottom line is they've just halved the rewards again, and pretty much the gas that you're spending to have these battles, it's like it's almost you're breaking even. Like by the time you spend your gas on your battles, you're making such a little profit that it's almost not even worth doing. So what I've decided is I had 5 accounts. I've decided to sell off 4 accounts. Now I've still got 1 account, which is this account you're seeing now. And yeah, I just decided that it wasn't worth doing the time that you put in versus the profit. I mean, there's still profits, but it's really tiny, okay? It's really tiny, so it's not even worth doing if you look at it from if you want to make money from this. Obviously, the other benefit for me is, you know, I can do videos. You know, that's kind of like the main thing to show you updates on it. But if you're trying to make put food on the table, unfortunately, Cryptoblades has been crushed from their own success. They just gave away too much in the beginning. 5 skill per account was free in-game, and the rewards were just massive, and people that got in early took advantage of that, made a lot of money, and now they've had to slow the rewards made it so tiny now that it's not even worth it, which is sad because, you know, they've got such a good team. Their team, you know, got a really good community. I don't even know how many people in Cryptoblades now, but it's hundreds and thousands. So we'll see what happens with Cryptoblades. Right now, at this point in time, I'm out. I sold off my accounts, the characters and the weapons. I got skill and I'm using it for new projects. Speaking of new projects, this one here, Polkamonster. So this is only 2 days old, I believe. Got into it, they did a public launch, bought into it, and then started playing the game. Like probably 8 hours later. Very similar thing. You know, you buy your characters, then you battle, and you can win more of the native token. Okay, so if you're familiar with Cryptoblades, CryptoZoon, and Drakeball, then this is exactly pretty much the same thing. 1 billion supply, you know, and this is the breakdown of tokenomics, the roadmap. You can have read of all this sort of stuff, okay? This is the game here. So I will say, out of all the games that I've played so far, which have this style of gameplay, where you kind of battle and you win, you get a percentage rate of like what you can win, I would say that this is the most, it's got the best graphics, graphically looking at it. And what you do is, you basically come here, you can buy these balls, I guess, fire, water, thunder, frost, and Trouble, and it's 11,000 PK Mon, which is about $124. So yeah, still pretty cheap to get into this one, to get yourself a character, and then you just buy one of these, and then I think it just randomly gives you your character. Okay, this is one that I got here. It's called Brockus. It was a rare 2 level 1. And then what you do is you just go to fighting. Oh, by the way, I'll give you a breakdown of the ROI that I've had on all these projects in a minute, okay? So just hang in there if you're thinking about getting into any of these. So this is it here. You just come to this fighting, click on that, and then you just click fight. See, so it actually has got this kind of animated graphics, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know, we know that it's just animated and it just does this every time. You pay gas. And then it's got this kind of like little sequence that it goes through, and it just makes it more of a game, I guess, even though it's the same animation every time. But at least they put thought into it, and most of these games don't have this. Reward, okay, so I got 2 XP and 232 PKmon. So it gets added automatically to your total. So what was that, 232? So that was $2.62, cool. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is Drake Ball, or Crypto Drake Ball, and I've done a video on this one actually a couple of days ago, so if you haven't watched that, go back and watch this video to find out how to use this, or how to play this game, okay? Every hour I get a stamina, and it takes 3 stamina to have a battle, so I can have these battles now. I'll show you actually how much I've made on this. First of all, I'll do the battle, so let's just go and do, I normally do like 90%. My win rate with this is about 65%. Sometimes more, it just depends. But I think if you average them out, yeah, probably 65 or 70%. I don't know the exact amount, but you don't win every fight. Okay, let's put it that way. And I think it's more than 50%. Okay, so then I just won there. Now these battles here that I'm doing now, they won't be included into the ROI, because I've already done an ROI on this. So just these ones here that I'm doing now, just exclude them. So I won that one. This one is for the rare level 4. So I hope I win this, because it's double what I normally get for the rare ones. Yes, so I won that one, which was 0.95, see? So that's about 20, well, not quite 20 bucks. Probably about 17 bucks, depends on the price at the moment, whatever the price is. So that's those 2 battles, because I've only got 2 stamina in each one. I need 3 stamina for a fight. So I just got to wait another hour before I can fight again for both of those. I got 7 stamina for these ones. I'm just going to play 2 games on each character. And again, normally I do the 90% one. Yeah, I would say probably 1 out of 4 battles I lose. Sometimes I lose more, but it just depends. But the winning rate's pretty good. So this one here is the level of XP is up a little bit, so I'm 0.7 on this one, which is pretty good. And I might do 70%. I'll be a bit daring on this one. See if I can squeeze a little bit more out of this one. Obviously a bit more risk. I've only got a 70% win rate. Oh, I did win. So 0.89. So yeah, this is almost getting up there now. I've got 2 more battles here. Let's go 90% battle. So you got to pay gas every time, which is about 35 cents, 40 cents or whatever. Just depends. So I lost that one. See how I lost? Yeah, I've got 1 more battle. Enough for 1 more battle. So I might do this 70% one. Sometimes when I lose, I just try to double up again on the next one, if that makes sense. Okay, so I don't know what that's doing. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just try this one then. Oh, 90% worked. For some reason, 70% didn't work, so just do 90%. So it worked, and I won 0.6 of a D ball, which is, let's see, $17, and I won 0.6. So I won like, what? I don't know, do the maths on that. $8, $9, I guess. So that's not too bad. So if you exclude all the fights that I just showed you, okay, this is my ROI on my D-ball in just 3 days. So these are all my rewards that I've earned. I've taken a screenshot of every single one of them, and I've added them all up. And this is how much I've made. In 3 days, I've purchased 4 characters, okay? So each character costs 21 D-ball. And so far, the rewards, I've made 49 in D-ball rewards. So if you look at the what I purchased, which is what, 84, and then you look at the rewards, I've made 49 back. So I initially purchased 2 and then I purchased 2 more. So it's kind of like the reason why I'm kind of like not in profit yet, because of the 2 that I've purchased later. Otherwise, I would have already profited from the first lot. Okay, so I'm still down about 30 D-ball, give or take. Plus, if you just add the ones I just won now, which is about, I don't know, 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm probably about 26 D-ball down. But I'm sitting here as 17 D-ball, but only because I haven't sold them yet. I'm just waiting for it to go up, and then I sell them off. You know, I kind of just sell them when they hit the top. So I'm still about 26 D-ball down. But this is only my 3rd day, and I've got basically 4 characters. So I'm thinking about buying some more characters, simply because it's so profitable right now. And I'll show you the numbers in a second, okay? So BlockCreatures, this is the one that I did a video on, would have been probably the last video, I think. Now this one is a little bit different to D-Ball and the other ones. This one's really much slower. The ROI in this one's well over a month. It's really slow earning. And you can see the actual moolah rate down here. It's 0.12 for an epic. It's this experience level, right? So that's only 0.12, and you get 3 fights a day. Every 8 hours, you got to hit this train button and you can win or lose. And I would say the win rate on this is probably about 50-60%. So you can see how slow this is. It's much slower. And then here, obviously this one rare, it's less, 0.166. And then as you go down to uncommon and then common, it gets less and less. See, the rate from uncommon is only 0.09. 0.09. And then the common is 0.08. So you can see how it's going to take a while to get your money back, all right, to break even. Because if we go to mint, it costs you 5 moolah to buy and 15 moolah for a power up, okay, which gives you more boost. So, you know, you can see there that it's clearly going to take a while, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it just means the game's slower, and it just means it'll last longer. The thing with this one is there's not many people that, it's not really a game that's really popular at the moment, even though I made a video on it, and that brought in quite a few people. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to other ones, I mean, even Polkamonster is newer. It's only like 2 days old, and it's got more people playing that game. Compared to this one, it's, I think, about a week old. It's got less people playing it. So this is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means your ROI is going to come back a lot longer. It's going to take you longer. And, you know, we've seen with Cryptoblades what can happen when you give out too much in the beginning. Your profits have gone to next to nothing. Okay, so you just got to pick which one you want. Do you want fast? Do you want slow? Are you willing to wait for your ROI? You know, these are all the things you got to consider. So that's BlockCreatures. CryptoZoon, you know, I'm really liking this one now because they've had audits, they've had new features come in. You know, the FUD's still kind of gone, I guess. It's, you know, they did an upgrade, which people FUDing in the Telegram. You know, it's just all this stuff that people don't, they get upset about, which is, you know, it's just normal. But this one is still pumping them out, like it's doing well. So I might as well fight, because I've got some ones that I can fight with. So let's do the slime one first, because I can do one with slime. I always pick 80% and it tends to win it. Every time I use something else, I never win. So hopefully, touch wood, we can win with this one. Alright, cool. So I've got 110. It only gives me 1 fight. And now I want to use this golem, which I've leveled up as well, so I've got more experience points, which has brought me to the next level. They had this old pending rewards kind of thing. I'm not really exactly sure what that is. I'm probably going to cash this out. Well, I've got to wait 3 days before I can claim this now, but they're going to give me a 15% tax. Let's just do this one here. I'll go for 70%. So CryptoZoom it's been really good, this one, actually, because it's not as big as Cryptoblades, and the revenue is still really good. Okay, lost that one. Oh, lost that one again. Let's do this one. Man, 3 losses in a row. What's going on? So I didn't do well at all with that one. Anyway, I won 2 and I lost 3. So anyway, it is what it is. So I've got, these are my rewards here. I've still got 3,900. I can withdraw that. I'll incur a 15% tax. And then this one here, I've got 1,361 that I can claim there. So that's CryptoZoon. So playing these games, this is kind of like my own sort of numbers. Again, you know, I got in at a different time at a different price. I've also got, you know, different characters, and, you know, I'm at a different ROI, different stage of the game as well, okay, and also the holders. So there's so many variables. You really can't compare my results with your results. It's literally, you simply can't, because I'm just in a different position and I started the game at a different time. But basically, from what I'm looking here, my ROI with Cryptoblades, I would say never. If you're thinking about joining Cryptoblades, I wouldn't do it now. Maybe when they start to implement, they've got some new things they're going to implement. Maybe the game might become more profitable later, but as of now, I would not buy into it. You kind of missed the boat with that one, okay? CryptoZoon, I think it's about 25 days, give or take, and I still like it. Polkamonster, this is just based off kind of like, I've only been playing it for 2 days, so I estimate about 10 days for ROI. And BlockCreatures, it's the slowest game out of them all. You know, I'm estimating here that it's about 45 days, a month and a half to ROI. And then lastly, Crypto Drake Ball, the ROI is 3 days. I mean, I bought more characters, so that's why my ROI is not there anymore, because I bought additional characters. But based off kind of like my numbers, if you were to buy one character and just play it for 3 days, you should be able to get your ROI back, because it's still very profitable, as you can see from the ones I just did. So this just gives you an idea. Again, there's a lot of different variables. You need to weigh them all up, and you have to first of all understand, you know, kind of like where each game is before you get into it. And that comes down to doing your own research. And lastly, I said that I would reveal the secret to these NFT games. Number one, you got to get in early. Okay, you got to get in early. If you're worried about some risk, whether it's, you know, they could fail or could do a rug or whatever, I would wait till the actual game comes out. And then once the game comes out, it's usually a pump, initial sort of hour or so, the coins are pumped, and they'll kind of like pull back, then buy into it. Then you've got maybe 4 to 8 hours to see the game, do a little bit of study on it, and then decide you want to invest. But certainly if you don't get in on the first day, it's not going to matter a whole great deal. Like, it's going to matter if you get into a game 1 month after, but not just if you miss one day. All right, some people have this idea that if they're not in on the first day, or it's a day old or 2 days old, they're too late. Like, that sort of thinking's that, like, honestly, I mean, the world's not going to end, okay? So do your own research on this, but definitely get in as early as you can. Number two, go in as hard as you can, all right? Because obviously in the beginning, like we saw Cryptoblades, the people that got in when Cryptoblades was like $1 for like one skill, and then it went to 190, you know, they were about to buy all these characters and forge weapons and buy more weapons for like $1 a pop. As the price increased to, you know, we saw it go up to like $50, $60, $80, $100, $120, it's just cost you way more to get in the game. So by going harder in when it's still early and when the tokens are cheap, that's when you're going to make the most money. But then on the flip side of that is you're taking the biggest risk. So this is comes down to your risk tolerance. If you don't have a lot of money, you're just going to have to take a lot more risk in the beginning in order to build up your stack. And it kind of leads on to my next point. I don't kind of have time to do videos. Like at the moment, I'm doing a video every second day. Other YouTubers do one every day, but It's because I run the Patreon group and it takes a lot of my time. And in the Patreon group, we have more opportunities that basically prop up every day. And I just don't have time to be making videos as much as I like to. So in the Patreon group, there's opportunities to get in early. All right. So that's what we've got in the Patreon group. All the opportunities I haven't talked about that we've already got in. So if you want to get in early, click the link in the description below. It's not a massive fee, but it can make the difference, potentially to make you a lot of money if you get in early, like I just said. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts. Are you in any of these projects? Where are you at? How much money you're making? Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video.